Uh-oh.
This is the permit, nice.
Thanks. So because we're in such a tight urban area, property is a little hard to come by. So we really organize and park all the trucks so we can head out to the job efficiently. Here you can see our lineup of rigs. We inspect each and every trailer that goes out. Good morning, my name's Peter with Seattle Tree Care. We got a really interesting project. We have what's called a hazard tree removal in the city of Seattle. And when I think of a hazard tree, I think about having a great team to work with to bring the tree safely down and haul it away. So today we've got Keaten, we got Russell, and we got Riley and Emma. So follow along today as we safely remove this hazard tree. Okay. All right, everyone, let me show you where the tree is. Holy cow, look at this thing. Totally rotten there. Look at that. Definitely a hazard. And yeah, this is a good candidate for tree removal. There's not a lot of ways we can save this tree. In other situations, sometimes through pruning or installing cables, we could save a tree. But when something is this decayed, it really is more important to think about ways to remove the tree and then actually replant another one. So by the end of today, we should be actually grinding this stump out, which will allow for replanting. And let's see, because this is what's called an exceptional tree, and exceptional trees in Seattle are 30 inches or larger for this species of tree. This is a western white pine tree. So let's get a measurement on it. You mind grabbing that, Russell? And yeah, come on around. Yeah. Look at that. So we've got actually a 36-inch diameter western white pine tree. What's really great, the homeowner has already applied for and received the tree removal permit. So today's the day we're going to safely bring this tree down and haul it all away. What do you guys think?
Big tree, man.
It is a big tree. It's a lot bigger when I got up closer. So I'm glad you guys are all here, for sure. But I can see there's a good couple lowering points, and I'll probably be taking advantage of that. I do want to note this shed is really seen better days.
Maybe we can throw a couple ply up there.
Yeah, even the mats and ply would be really good because they won't slide off as well. Yeah, we've notified the neighbors. We've got our cones out. We've got a safe work perimeter. And this is what was called the drop zone. And this is where a lot of the action will be happening right here. In my experience dealing with these trees, they're not only big, but they're really heavy. And after years of just removing trees by hand, I really kind of came upon a better solution, and that saves a lot of labor, and it's called a grapple truck. And so even in this tight urban area, we've got our large CDL truck here with a self-loading grapple. And so rather than risking hurting our backs, we're going to be bringing the wood down, and then Russell is a real experienced operator. He's going to be carefully picking those pieces up and then taking them to a wood recycler. I was really hoping it was leaning out this way, but. So for this project, we'd love to use a crane because the lower trunk's compromised with decay. But if you look over here, there's just tons of wires. There's just nowhere to park a big crane. So we're just kind of going back old fashioned. We're going to be climbing this tree with spikes right here. They're about 2-3 inches. They dig into the bark and then give me really good footholds when I'm up there. And then we'll be using ropes to lower the branches down and pretty much doing everything by hand, except for the chainsaws. They make it easy. You know what I like is, like, if you just put the mat here, because there's no sense in protecting this at all. Exactly. Is just, yeah, mat, and that way if you see the mat, we're in the wrong spot. Actually, when it's like that, if you push it into the grapple pile, yeah, use the rope actually as a pivot point. Nice. You might want to reconsider.
Yeah, they're saying it's not gonna.
Dude, that White River is no joke. It's been burning for 2 months. I really like to cut my first branches really close, because there's going to be a lot of ropes going up and down, and don't want anything snagging on stubs. Lots of little hangers up here. I guess that's all we got on that one. How's the reach, Russell? We got this thing. I could just see how to do it. It's gonna be real simple. I'm thinking if I get a higher tie-in, I could swing into it and then kind of piece it out, maybe into the area you're at. awesome. Here we are. We're at the first large branch. You can see the main trunk goes up there. And this is where we get a really closer look at kind of the architecture of what makes this tree unique. It's got this big branch, kind of overhangs out towards the client's house. You can see their garden. Honestly, this is nothing to be concerned about. The attachment here looks really good. So follow along, we're gonna head up this thing.
I've been in Seattle tree care for about 3 years, on and off, and been doing tree work for about 7. I'm a arborist groundsman, climber in training, and have a specialty in rigging. You know, that's my forte, and I get sent on all the technical rigging jobs and, you know, make it work. You know, rigging over houses and stuff like that.
Clear. Okay. Unfortunately, this is going to come down more over the shed, so we might need a pole saw with a hook. Here's kind of the first of one of the larger branches. On a hazard tree like this, I personally like to rig out the branches and trunk wood if possible, because I feel like I've got a good feeling for the forces, and you'd hate for something to shock load the tree. So self-lowering, I got a bit of friction up there. I'm gonna throw a little more on here. I got this stub, and then I'll just be right on over here. There we go. Nice and easy. Look at that. Nice close cut. Ooh, this one might swing around the back if we work it. What do you guys think? I got a little too much friction. Okay, there it goes. Maybe even grab that tip. Just try to get my green rope out of the way. Maybe take it to the fence, actually. Yeah, pull hard, Emma. Or Russell will take it whole. One of the benefits of taking a branch whole like that is it takes everything with it. So everybody says, they're like, the truck is so big, but it's like, dude, have you seen the size of the trees around here? What I really like about the method is nobody's below me, you know? With a porter app, there'd be somebody down there. Okay, headache. Come on. I'll get over there. No, it's totally stuck. I was lowering the first top out. Got a little too close to the neighboring ponderosa pine. I hung up in the neighboring cedar tree. What I'll do here, I'm just resetting my high tie-in, and I'll lower down off of that, and that way I can attend to that stuck lead right down on its level. What's interesting about this pine tree that I'm in is it down by my feet years ago, it was topped. And so another good reason we don't like to top trees is they form lots of multiple. Okay, nice. I was saying go to the fence because then the tip will come more to the... That worked great. Cool, so we had a bit of a hang up over to this neighboring cedar. We got it out, and it's a good example of how the plan changes. I was gonna go after this after I took the top out, but now I've got the opportunity to just go after that. So staying flexible is important. So we're out on that big lateral branch, and it kind of splits into 3 tops. So I'm going to lower these 2 off of this main one. And yeah, self-lower is cool because it's really adaptable to different branch sizes. Quarter wrap rigging is too, but let's see how this goes. Okay, here we go. Look at that. A little heavier than I thought. It's all good. Something leaning like this gets a little skinnier. I like to leave myself little footholds. Now, Russell, I got a whole bunch of wood coming down.
Yep.
Yeah, leave what's on the ground until I am done with this big lateral branch. Come on. No hang-ups. Okay, so we've successfully rigged out 2 tops. Third time's the charm here. Cool, so we'll just gas this up. I was just watching an August Honeyke video, and so he runs echo saws. It's so cool. You know the starter handle on a chainsaw? It has a built-in tool to do the tightening, if that makes sense. So like you always have a little tool. It perfectly fits the echo style caps. Pretty smart.
I always tell people I've never seen a chainsaw run out of oil before it ran out of gas.
Good point. Perfect. Every time I see his feet, he's like further away, so I'm looking forward to when I see an airport in the story. I got a chunk. It's really fun, Russell. Nobody's looking at me in the tree. They're all just looking at your grapple. They're just like, the look on their face is like, what the? Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. It's only until you actually cut into a tree that you really get a super clear picture of what's going on. And here you can see that decay. And what's special about this decay, so this is sapwood decay. A lot of times trees will decay in the center. Well, that's not such a big deal. The structural strength of a tree is actually this outer shell. And so if that's compromised, that's what we're really keeping an eye on. And look at this. So we got these carpenter ants. They're actually a structural pest, and they can weaken trees, but they're oftentimes just a sign that there's a lot of rot in a tree. So look at that. Shed looks good. Nice work, Keaton. I think I'm gonna let you cut this right down here to our stump grinding level. Maybe we'll clear those the rocks and cinder blocks, and we'll put it in the truck. Everybody get behind this thing. Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. Look out. Watch your legs. Watch your legs. We can roll. All right, so we got the big tree safely removed. We're down to the low cut here. Look at that. This thing's super solid. What we know after removing it is there's carpenter ants in here. And that's because it's a really good, warm, dry place for them to live over this winter. So to help prevent carpenter ants making a nest, maybe getting into the shed or going into the house, is we like to grind it out. We also grind it out so we can plant a tree right here. But you wouldn't believe there's all sorts of like metal, old rocks, things like that. So we try to be really careful. We never know exactly what's down there. In this case, we've had an 811 come out, so we know there's no gas lines, electrical utilities, water lines, things like that. And yeah, this is a pretty amazing machine. It spins at about 1200 RPM. These are carbide teeth. They're wear resistant, but they do crack. And it'll start spinning, chewing this stump up and turning it into really nice usable garden mulch. And we'll leave that in this area. So yeah, here we go. Yeah. So this is, we've had a number of these. This is an air-cooled engine. The only way it cools is by idling. So after you grind, you let it even idle for like 10 minutes. You never want to just turn it off. You always would let it idle, because what it's doing is it's cooling. If you just turn it off, it contracts too quickly, and then it really shortens the life of the engine. So, yeah. Got a crack almost all the way through the entire diameter of the tree. Hi there.
That was some impressive work.
Oh my gosh.
Fascinating to watch.
Well, you had an impressive tree. That was really something.
Fun job?
It was fun. It was kind of wild because it was leaning more over the neighbors than I thought. So I was looking down like, whoa, I'm kind of over all their nice, they've got a bunch of Japanese maples and stuff like that. Oh, this must be the puppy, because I saw the puppy fence.
Yeah, we got two actually.
Oh.
They were sleeping during half of it.
Oh, were they really? All that noise?
Yep.
And it's kind of neat. Our process today didn't use a wood chipper, and so that's actually makes it a lot quieter. And you know, normally you'd have this big loud machine going, but
so what do you do with all the wood then? You just take it back to your shop and ship it there? Or?
We actually take it to a big wood recycler and they grind it up and make mulch out of it.
Oh, great.
If it was a nicer tree like the cedar or something like that, it would actually go to a sawmill where they mill it up. But yeah, did anything surprise you about the project today, or was there anything that?
Yeah, honestly, what surprised me is that you did it so fast.
Kind of the speed, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
We brought in a lot of extra people. Sometimes that can make it really go faster, and then having that crane grabber, you know, that's really handy.
I was surprised that it was able to get in and pull everything out over the fence without like hitting the wires or anything.
You saw that, yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah, normally we'd like to use our crane, but because of the wires, we just couldn't, so yeah.
So do you guys have an idea like of how old that tree might be? Are you able?
You know, it's a great question. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was originally planted like when the house was built. This neighborhood was really scraped clean back in the 30s. So yeah, that'd be, what is that, 90 years old? I mean, that's, yeah, probably 85, 90 years old. And just a beautiful tree, but it had major decay. And not sure if you saw, but there was a big carpenter ant nest at the bottom. So that's not something you want near the house. And
No.
so
Hopefully they'll make their way somewhere else and not
yeah.
towards our house or anything at this point now that the tree's gone.
Well, we grind them up with a wood chip, so they're gone forever.
Okay,
So.
good. Yeah.
But thank you so much for having us out, and these guys are going to do a really good job cleaning up. So I think it's about 12:30, and so we left the yard this morning about 8 o'clock. About a half-day project. We safely removed the hazard tree, we hauled all the wood away, and we even ground the stump. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw today, like and subscribe by hitting the button below.